I had a thought in the beginning of this whole process that the end goal is never truly enlightenment. It's kind of just how you change as a person along the way. And these past couple days have really cemented that with just kind of signs that I feel like I'm getting from the universe where it just truly is about, like, it's not like you wake up one day and you just say, I've achieved enlightenment. It's looking back at your whole journey and realizing the difference in the person that you are at the start of it versus the person that you are at the point in the present moment. And even in that aspect, I feel like I have been progressing faster lately, which is nice. Like, I'm having deeper levels of thinking and cognition going below the surface level and really developing a desire to be in the present moment, which I'm realizing is genuinely one of the most important things, at least in my life. And that's pretty cool. So I think going forward, I'll use these videos as a vessel to imprint and get my knowledge out there. But at the end of the day, I'm not truly seeking enlightenment. I'm just seeking to become a better person. And on that note, I mean, I already decided this before. That's kind of what I was going to pivot to, but I'm going to be doing the videos weekly. I think I mentioned in my last video, just so the ideas are more fleshed out and I have more to talk about. It's like quality over quantity, essentially. But yeah, going along with that, my first topic was to stop seeking answers. Like, everything is perfect as it is, and you kind of just get downloads from spiritual source at the times that it's right. So you truly don't need to do or attempt anything. You don't even need to attempt to get better. It kind of just happens and kind of just reinforces my desire to let go of everything, because that just provides more room and more energy for me to receive these things. So with all these distractions, you might miss the signs or you might misinterpret them or whatever it may be. Um, this was more prevalent earlier in the week, but now that I have characterized it, I'm a lot more aware of it. And that was kind of like the mischief that your mind gets up to. Like, I noticed it a lot when I was trying to sleep one night, that I'll be really focused on trying to sleep for like a minute, and I'll be like focusing on my breath or trying to turn my brain off, and then without my awareness, my brain will just suddenly start chasing after thoughts. And at this point, I've really recognized it as literally like a dog when they see a squirrel. The second a stimulating thought enters my mind, I want to follow it further. I want to like ponder it, and then these other thoughts stem off of that thought. So now that I can recognize that, it is easier to simply observe and not engage with the thoughts, because they are really just appearances in consciousness at the end of the day. And it's weird because, a part of my like psyche has developed that maybe gets like dopamine from thinking about these things, or thinks that there's some kind of good feeling or some kind of answer that I'll get to from thinking about them. But I am simply, I'm learning and I'm understanding that it's more rewarding to just not even think about them, which is kind of nice. And then, so I lied about the gym. I did. I did that new split that I was talking about for I think, 3 days. And then now I'm back to what I was doing. It's funny because it's like a sine wave, I guess. I had a point where I started where I was like, oh, I'm going to be as selfless as possible. I'm going to dedicate everything I can to other people. And then now it's kind of going back down to where it's like I have this awareness and this increased desire from before where I want to help other people and give time to them. But also, I recognize that the point of this life is to enjoy things and have fun. And there's also plenty of other benefits that come with working out. Like my sleep is better. It releases endorphins. It gives my mind a break because that's the one point in the day where I don't really try to be mindful. I kind of just turn my brain off and let the autopilot take over. And then obviously it's good for bone density, and there's social aspects that like working out in a public area and everything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that probably until I go abroad. And then when I go abroad, I don't really care to set stuff up at gyms. So whatever happens, happens. But I'll probably still do some physical activity like hikes and maybe try to climb and stuff like that, but kind of take a backseat there. And along with that topic, I wanted to talk about basically like going with the flow. Because even when that new aspect of me started to develop, where I was like, I should be spending less time at the gym because that's time that I'm spending on myself that I could be spending on others. That even kind of goes into like resistance in a way where I guess the plot of the story wants me to continue doing what I'm doing and not let my thoughts inspire my actions or my perceptions of things. And when I choose to like change that stuff because of what I'm thinking about it, then I'm feeding into that. So like I don't know if this makes any sense, but I guess the original point when I like thought of this topic was basically I know that my desires and the way I live my life are going to change very frequently. So I believe it's much more beneficial to let that change happen and really not have a second thought about it. Like I want what I want and it changes often. I don't really care. Like whatever makes me happy in the moment. And yeah, like literally nothing matters at all is what I'm realizing. But um yeah, if you hopefully I'm performing telepathy and you can understand because I have thoughts but I truly can't put them into words right now. So maybe if you're on my spiritual frequency you can understand. And then the last thing, this actually got me very hyped. I started microdosing yesterday with I got gummies from Treehouse. I had like half of one and I felt immense elation at the end of my workout in the morning. I think it's like a mixture of placebo and the real effect because like this this feeling that I felt was like very strong and it's like I don't think that would happen off of half of a gummy. But I'm going to take a break for this week because I want to do a full trip and reset my tolerance. But after that, I am going to kind of mess around with doses and see how it affects me. But I did definitely notice that whether it was placebo or it was real, I was much more easily able to remain present. And I felt kind of like transcendent. Like I could leave my body, let the things happen and become the observer, which I know people had talked about, and I didn't really know how to make that happen or like what it felt or looked like. And I think I kind of experienced that, and it was awesome. So I think that microdosing is a way to make that easier to experience. And I'll probably do it with like what I have right now. And then when I run out of the stuff, I probably won't continue to do it because I don't really want to have to rely on it. I want to be able to do these things of my own accord completely. But I've had a minor interest in it and I wanted to check it out. And I think it could be very beneficial for other people who do genuinely have mental health issues or more things wrong with their life than mine, because I really don't have anything wrong with my life or my mental. So I kind of wanted to do it for their sake too, to be kind of the guinea pig, see what it feels like, see if it's safe and everything like that, and then recommend it to people that I think could benefit from it more. So I'll kind of update. I guess by the time I do my next one, I think I'm going to do these Mondays. Um, by that point, I don't think, I mean, maybe I'll take my next dose on that day, but I'll kind of give updates on how I feel about it. And I'll probably do like a full video on microdosing. And then I'll probably do another trip report. I think this one's going to be a lot different. I'm trying not to have, expectations about anything, but I have a much different protocol that I'm going to follow, and I'm going to be using organic mushrooms. So I'm I'm intrigued, but it's good to be back on the cam. I feel like I'm much calmer today, and I kind of wanted to capture that energy, put it out into the world. So, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.